Hi guys, welcome back to Oldtimer Garage. So as most of you know already, I've been living in the US for the past few weeks, and I'm still gonna be here for another 4 weeks, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks. And since I was gonna be here for that long, it made sense for me to buy a car while I was here rather than just renting, because it's much more expensive to rent. So the car I wanted had several requirements. First of all, I wanted it to be an American car. Not that I have anything against anything other than American cars, but I've never owned one, and I thought, since I'm going to live here, I might as well just try one and see what it is driving one, and yeah. So it had to be an American car, and it had to be big as well and reliable, because I was planning on driving quite a lot around, and I didn't want to have a breakdown somewhere in the middle of the desert or something like that. Apart from that, yes, it had to have a V8 as well. Again, same as the rest, I can't really afford to run a V8 every day in Europe, because with something around $8 to the gallon, it's too expensive. Plus, owning an American cars in Europe adds up to the price, because you need to import it first and then register it, and then because most of them are pretty powerful, then the title gets very expensive, and because of the price of the gas, then it's very expensive to run them. So it had to be a V8 here, so that I can enjoy one. And apart from that, nothing much. I was initially thinking about buying something like a Chevy Suburban or a Cadillac Escalade or something of that size, but a few weeks after having started looking into what I was going to buy, I found a 2014 Dodge Ram at an insurance auction. So the car had a small accident on the front end, but it was easily repairable and pretty cheap. So I asked a friend of mine here in the US to bid on it for me and to buy it for me and get it repaired so that I could have it when I landed here, which is what happened. And so this is the car I'm driving right now. I'll put pictures on the accident so that you can see that the damage on the front end was actually pretty light, and so the frame still had to be pulled out a little bit, but it was very light work. It just needed new front grille, a new headlight block, and yeah, just a few bits and pieces, a new fender on one side, and that's about it. After that, it just got a paint job with color sanding and blending on the doors so that the metallic paint would look the same, and that's it. So I've been driving this car for the past 2 months or so, and I've already put over 5,000 miles on it. As far as I know, this car is perfect for what I needed. It's exactly what I was looking for, and because the weather is so nice here in southwest of the US, I don't mind having the bed of the truck open, and I've been driving with stuff in it, and because it hardly ever rains in this time of the year, and it's not a problem. The main reason I was initially looking for a Suburban or Escalade or something like that was to have everything enclosed, but because it's not raining, then it's not a problem. And this car has got the 5.7 Hemi engine in it, which is very good for fuel consumption. Actually, I was expecting something between 18 and 20 miles to the gallon, and so far I've been doing between 23 to 25, which is pretty good, I think. The main reason for that, I think, is because of the 4 cylinders that get disconnected when the power is not needed. So most of the time when the speed is established and or you're driving on cruise control, then the car is only running on 4 cylinders instead of 8, which I'm pretty sure does a lot to the actual fuel consumption of the car. Apart from that, it's got the 8-speed automatic transmission, pretty much everything you would like to have on a car like that. Two cool things about this car is, first, the transmission command is here on the dash and not on the column like the Chevys are, for example, the Fords, which is quite cool actually. I just have to switch between the gears here and just put it into gear or neutral or whatever. The other thing that I quite like on this car is the power socket here. I've got 110 volts outlet, which is quite cool when I want to recharge my laptop or something like that. There are quite a lot of power outlets, like for 12 volts and USB, and you've got all the Uconnect touch screen here that connects via Bluetooth to your iPhone or whatever other Bluetooth device you want to connect. Well, it's pretty hard to see now because I'm not moving, but as you can see when I'm driving, it's very quiet car, and that was quite a surprise actually. The car outside is not noisy, not loud or anything like that, but you can definitely hear the V8. I'll try and record the engine sound. Inside it's perfect. The only thing you can hear is the imperfection of the roads. Everything else is just silent, which is very nice. I've been driving this car, I don't know, probably, let's see, 120 hours since I bought it, and that's great. I mean, when you're driving like 5 to 10 hours a day, sometimes it's just tiring to get the sound of the engine or a loud cabin, but no, this car has been perfect for that. It's pretty quiet. It's almost rush hour, so traffic is starting to get heavy. Something that I really enjoy about this car, the V8 is, I can't remember if it's 325, 350, 375 or 400 horsepower. I need to check. But yeah, it's great when you need to insert yourself into a freeway or fast driving road, or if you want to get out of a road crossing or something like that. You just have to put your foot down and the car will instantaneously answer and pull out. I'm not a fast driver. I don't particularly enjoy speeding or anything like that, but I really enjoy the kick in the butt you get with a lot of power or a lot of torque. That's why I really like diesel engines. The torque on low RPM is awesome, I think. There's a broken down car. Yeah, so this car, even though I'm not driving it like any sport car or anything like that, I hardly ever get it over 2,000 to 3,000 RPM. Just drive it almost like a diesel car. But yeah, it's really enjoyable to have a lot of power available anytime you want it. This is probably the most modern and most powerful car I've ever had. Most powerful car I've ever had, that's for sure. More modern, I think it is as well. I've driven more modern cars, like rentals and stuff like that, but cars I've owned myself, this is definitely the most modern one I've ever owned. And well, I usually prefer all the cars because they're easier to work on for me, but this one, since I don't have to work on it, it's really nice, it's comfortable, it's cheap-ish, and it's really nice to drive. I still kind of have to put it up for sale when I leave here in a few weeks, which is going to be tough, I think. But yeah, I really enjoy this car. Initially, I wanted to keep it and store it somewhere until I come back to the US. But because I don't know yet when this is going to be, then I prefer to just sell it and use the money for something else. I definitely want to relocate to the US permanently as soon as I can. I'm working on that at the moment, but as you will know, it's pretty hard to get a visa to live here permanently. So unless you find a company to sponsor you for a work visa, then the other option is just to start your own business here, which I wouldn't mind doing, but you need a lot of money, and I'm still a bit short on that. So I'm working on it. I'm saving for that, and I'll be back in the US as soon as possible. That's for sure. I love this part of the US, and I'd love to have the opportunity to live here at least for a few years, if not longer. So yeah, this is going to happen. I don't know how or when yet, but this is definitely going to happen. Yeah, if any of you want to donate some money to help me do that, you're most welcome to do that. But yeah, but being serious, no, I'm definitely working on that, and I don't know how fast I'm going to be able to do that, but I would expect probably 6 months to a year if I'm lucky, if I work hard enough. But yeah, we'll see about that. I think I'll stop my rambling here. I just wanted to show you this car and just share it with you. It's not a classic car or anything like that, but I just thought some of you might enjoy watching this video anyway, and I just wanted to share it with you. So here it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my videos. It's always big help. And don't forget to click on the bell button so that you get notified next time I upload a video. I've got a lot of videos coming up. I'm editing them out just now. I probably have enough material for 15 to 20 videos, so this is gonna come out in the next few weeks. I'm definitely working on that right now, and maybe more. And in about 4 or 5 weeks from now, I'll be back in France, and I'll be back working on my own cars, so there'll be more videos about that as well. The weather is going to be a big change though, because it's still 89 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is right over 30 degrees Celsius, so probably 31, 32 I guess. And in France at this time of the year it's almost freezing where I used to live and where I'll be living for the next few weeks. So yeah, the temperature difference is going to be quite big, just let's put it that way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I need to get back to France to make more money and be able to work on the project of coming back, living here permanently. So that needs to happen, and that will happen in about a month's time. Right, I think I've said enough for this video, so as I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. For the time being, stay tuned and drive safe.